Welcome back to the Around the Block Sports Show. Today we'll be making our picks for the final week of the NFL regular season, Week 17. But first, we'll be reviewing our Week 16 picks. Drew won the week 10-8, and he's only down by one now, with a total of 52-51. But we'll go through pick by pick, just so you guys can count while we do it. First game, Kamara ran all over the Viking defense. Adam had the Saints. I had the Vikings. Saints blew out the Vikings. 1 point for Adam.
That's a tragic pick on your end.
Right back at you, though, for the Buccaneers and Lions. Buccaneers rolled over the Lions. Arizona, San Francisco played a good game, and they showed them why they were the NFC champions last year. We had Miami. We all saw that against the Vegas Raiders. Fitzpatrick's head was at his side, but he still made a great pass.
But still, Mahomes, he can look this way, throw that way, and it's news. It's news.
So we both got the Dolphins. Moving on, we had the Falcons and the Chiefs. The Chiefs won the game. Falcons covered the spread. Falcons would have tied the game if Younghoe Koo made a 33-yard field goal.
Koo, that's depressing.
So I picked the Falcons, Adam had the Chiefs, and I got that one. But Adam got right back at me with the Bears and the Jaguars. The Bears rolled over the Jaguars, and they clinched the number one pick in the NFL draft. We had the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. The Bengals won that game in Houston. Tough year for the Texans with Deshaun Watson. He's had a rough go at it.
You know, they could beat the Patriots, though. Good enough to do that.
We both picked the Browns, who stunk against the Jets, and they could not complete the MetLife sweep.
Horrible.
We both had the Colts, who blew a huge lead to the Steelers. We both had the Baltimore Ravens, who rolled against the New York Giants. We're going to move on. I had Carolina.
This weekend.
And Adam had the no-name Washington football team, who were just terrible. They dropped Haskins after the game, so I picked up one there. We both had the Denver Broncos, as the Chargers could not cover. We both had the Seattle Seahawks, as they played well and broke Jared Goff's thumb, so he's out this week.
Yeah.
We both had the Cowboys, who rolled over the Eagles and eliminated them from the playoffs. Adam had Green Bay. I had Tennessee on the Sunday night game. A.J. Dillon, Rookie of the Week. What a performance. He got up there on his Lambeau Leap on the second try. Can't ask for more from him.
Terrific performance. You know, he has quads of steel. And, you know, sometimes those quads, they weigh you down a little bit. It was a difficult Lambeau Leap, but he got up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we had the Buffalo Bills and the Patriots campaign for, I don't even know. But tough night for Patriots. They're looking to get a higher draft pick, it seems.
Yeah, you know, we'll have to see this week what they decide to do. You know, maybe screw the Jets over even more.
So now we'll go right into our Week 17 picks. Adam, take us away.
So now, our first game, we have Falcons taking on the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, 6.5-point favorites. What do we think here?
I'm going with Atlanta here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the Bucs. It pains me to say, but I went against them last week and they steamrolled. I don't expect them to lose again. Next game, we have the Ravens taking on the Bengals. You really got to take into account in these games, first of all, who's playing and who's not. Ravens, they're gonna need a play in this game to get in. So it's 11.5-point spread, but I'm going to take the Ravens. I think they're going to win.
I'm also going to take the Ravens here. They're fighting for that playoff spot, and I think they'll get in with a big win over the Bengals.
The marquee matchup of the week. The Lone Star State, the Dallas Cowboys, taking on the Giants. Giants are getting 2.5 points in this game.
I have to go with my Giants. It's a huge game, and they're going to pull it out. But I do think Washington will win on Sunday night, giving them the playoff spot.
You know, that's really unfortunate. It's a tough one here. You know, I'm going to have to go with the big Cowboys in this game. 2.5. I like that spread. I think they played a great game last week against the Eagles. Next, we're moving on. Dolphins taking on the Bills. Bills also, they have a little bit to play for. They can lose that 2 seed, and the Dolphins, they're having a little bit of a fiasco with Ryan Fitzpatrick. What do we think on this one?
I think Buffalo's going to bench a lot of their players at halftime, so I'm going to go with the Dolphins.
Interesting. You know, I I'm hearing I don't think Mason Rudolph is going to be able to pull it out either. So I'm going to take the Dolphins as well with only a 3.5 point spread over the Bills. I think the Bills aren't going to be that pressured to win this game. Next we have. I feel like this matchup is like every week. We have the Vikings taking on the Lions. Like it just feels like that's every week. Lions getting 6.5 points.
I think both teams are eliminated from the playoffs, so this game doesn't matter. I'm going to go with the Lions just because.
Again, just because I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings. Purpose of disagreeing, I guess. Next, another huge game. We have the 2-13 Jets taking on the Patriots. 3.5 point favorites. The Patriots are.
Jets have looked great recently. Give me New York.
They have looked great, but I don't think the Patriots really know how to tank correctly. So I'm gonna have to take the Patriots here. End the season off 7 wins, taking the bet to the house. Next game, we have another big playoff contention game. We have the 12-3 Steelers against the 10-5 Browns. Browns are 7.5 point favorites going against the Mason Rudolph led Steelers.
Browns will win. Way too big of a spread. Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm going with the Brownies. Something about it. Like I just feel like they're gonna run up the score here. I don't feel confident in picking that, but I'm picking it. Next we have the Cardinals going up against the Rams without a quarterback. Rams 1.5 point favorites still.
I can't pick the Rams without Jared Goff. Give me Arizona.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be tough. I mean Arizona 8-7, Rams 9-6. They'll have a tied record with a win here. I'm gonna have to go with Arizona as well. Next game, we have the Packs taking on the Bears. Bears 5.5 point underdogs. Aaron Rodgers said that they have stuff to play for. They need to keep this 1 seed. So I'm gonna have to go with the Pack show.
Give me the Packers as well. They rolled over a great Tennessee team last week. I cannot pick against them.
An interesting one here. We have another team that's on the outside looking in, and they're a little bit more than the outside looking in. They have the same record, but they don't really have the tiebreakers. The Colts at 10-5 going up against the Jaguars. Colts are 14.5 point favorites. That's a big spread.
Jaguars are going to be going all out. They already have the 1 pick, so why not pick Jacksonville? They beat the Colts in week 1.
I'm going to have to agree with you. I hate to do it, but I really think this Jaguars team is good. No, I'm joking. I just think the Colts are not good enough to cover 14.5. Next game, we have the team that never covers, but this time they're getting points. Chiefs taking off on the Chargers. The Chiefs are getting 3.5 points here against home.
How can you pick against an underdog Chiefs? Come on.
Yeah.
Kansas City.
It's looking like they're going to sit some players, but, I'm going to have to put my trust in the Chargers here. I don't know why. I just, I don't know. Something inside me thinks Chargers are going to pull it out. Next, the 4:25 game, we have the Raiders taking on the Broncos. Another game that isn't seeming like it's not going to matter.
I've gone to the Raiders all season. They've been kind of but I don't want to go with Drew Lock, so I'm gonna go with the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, I think if the spread was a little bigger, I would go with the Broncos, but I'm gonna have to go with the Raiders here. I think they're gonna win this game and the season 8-8. Next, we have the Saints taking on the Panthers. Saints 6.5 point favorites.
Saints don't have a running back for this game, like we all heard this morning. Panthers look good against Washington. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to pick the New Orleans Saints, though. How can you pick against them?
You're right. Saints, they need to win this game. They are in playoff position, and they can fall if they don't win this game. So I'm gonna also have to take the Saints. It's only 6.5 too against a team that lets up a lot of points. Next, we have the Seahawks taking on the 49ers. 49ers are getting 4.5 points in this game.
Seahawks, I don't even know if they have anything to play for, but the 49ers certainly don't. So I'm going to go with Seattle.
Well, I see here Seahawks 11-4, Saints 11-4. So it looks like with a Saints loss and a Seahawks win, they could have something to play for there. I'm going to also have to go with Seahawks. I think they're going to want to win this game. Russ will cook, and it is what it is. Next, we have the Titans taking on the Texans. Titans 7.5-point favorites also in the mix of needing to win this game.
Yeah, big game for the Titans. The Texans stink. Easy pick here, Tennessee.
Yeah, I think you have to ride the wave with Derrick Henry. He's been amazing all season, and you just got to go with it. Last but not least, the marquee matchup, the most important. We have the football team taking on the Eagles. Football team, 1.5-point favorites.
I said earlier the football team would win. I'm going to stick with that. They're favored by 1.5, but I'm going to have to go with the Washington football team here. I really don't have any confidence in the Eagles.
Yeah, I think Jalen Hurts, he's really good. Or is he? No one really knows. But I'll tell you who is good. That football team defense. Hammer the football team in this Sunday night game.